Hey, what is going on out there, horror Fizzam?
Hi, everybody.
Oh my God, she's back. Yeah.
Can't keep a good Anna down.
Hell no. And look what else is back, thanks to your contributions last week. The old setup's back, baby.
Yay.
So now I can do cool things like this.
So we can say hi, Nate. Hi, Patty.
Hell yeah. What up, D.O.D.?
Hi, D.O.D.
Oh my God, Trav Zimmerman's in the house. Trav, what's going on, bruh? And I don't even know who the hell Kelly is, but welcome.
Welcome, Kelly.
Welcome to the Horror Fizzam. Hit that subscribe button, and you are one of us. You will never grow old. You will never die. Welcome. All right, yes, Nate brings up a good point. Bruh, you're still at the vacation house. You're stuck there at this point. Yeah. Yeah,
We're never leaving.
If you can't, if you people can't tell, number one, I went ultra vacationer today.
Ultra vacation in a tie-dye shirt he made.
I've been down here long enough that I'm my own
Making tie-dye.
Yeah,
tie-dye
we have become our own commune in this house at this point. It's like
yeah,
making our own clothes, making our own food because we made steaks yesterday.
Singing songs around the campfire.
Hell yeah. So, and the beard, usually I tone down the masculinity for you people. Just a little. I just take a little bit of the testosterone out.
We trim.
We're gardeners. But since I've been here, I haven't got to trim my beard. I have mushed it down as much as I can. So it's not like Garfield out in the world, but
it could be, if you guys want to see that.
If when I wake up in the morning, you know how Michael Myers, his hair's everywhere and shit. That's what I look like, but on my chin every morning.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yep, and that mustache is getting like real, like cowboy long.
Yeah, I feel like Sam Elliott would be so proud of me at this point.
So proud.
Jeremy Scott Clark coming in from Twitcherooski, man. Welcome to the stream, brother Jack, dude. Damn, yeah, we don't get many Twitchers in here. Well, I've been a YouTube channel forever, so.
Oh, hey.
Damn, and Eugene Williman coming in from the Twitcherooskies,
awesome.
Man. Hell yeah, y'all hit that.
Welcome.
I think with Twitch, it's the follow button.
Oh, is it?
So make sure you hit that follow button. You're part of the horror fam now, guys. You're one of us.
Yeah.
You'll never grow old. You'll never die, but you can never leave either.
Stuck with us now.
You're stuck with us now, buds.
And don't think we didn't notice you come in here. I am LMNOP.
Look at it. So evil. Just come in like flavors. That's right, bro. That is absolutely no. Beards and mustache really are, bro. You should shower every damn day. Like
washes that thing twice a day.
Yeah, I feel like Anna is constantly just like a monkey. Like, let me help you out, babe.
Just
grabbing food and yeah, always dropping shit in there. Now, you know, Jeremy is hitting us with some good right now. This is something I wanted to ask everybody. I want everybody to share their paranormal stories, their ghost stories.
Oh, Patty's
whatever tonight, okay? And we'll check them out on stream, and we'll, you know.
Cool.
But Jeremy says, I actually think I saw a ghost a couple weeks back. I was looking out an upstairs window out to my lawn. And what happened then, Jeremy? Oh my God, he's gonna scare me to death. John Heckman, welcome to the stream. JK has become a channel member.
I thought JK was a channel member.
I thought JK was a channel member
too.
I don't know how
so easily.
Maybe it's a different JK.
Oh, that's possible.
That is possible.
That's possible.
So tonight, my friends, we're still stuck at the vacation house, and what we've been doing here, we've been doing a lot. But as for entertainment goes, we have been watching ghost hunting shows.
We have, and many of you who have known us a long time know that that's what we do for fun.
It is, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be talking about how genuine some of these shows are and stuff like that, and just talking about them in general. But like,
oh, I know what happened. This is how it happened. HBO Max has now become Max. They have become like a conglomerate. They now have Discovery Channel.
Yes.
All the Discovery Channel shows, which has opened up a wealth of paranormal shows.
Yes.
That we did not previously have access to on a regular basis. So
yeah.
We've been doing some catch up.
Oh my God. So here I'm gonna go ahead and read Jeremy Scott Clark's story in its entirety real quick for everybody. He says, I actually think I saw a ghost a couple of weeks back. I was looking out an upstairs window out on my lawn. It was like a slight rustle in the bushes, but some faint white figure kind of floated out. I don't know what time it was. Oh, why did that disappear? I don't know what time it was, but I believe it was around 12 through 1 a.m. Oh,
Yikes.
man.
Yikes.
Dang. Oh, and JK used his channel membership thing to celebrate his monthly 31 months as a channel member. Let's give it up to JK, everybody. Hell yeah, brother Jack, dude.
Thank you, JK.
He's rolling up on 3 years. That shit's hard to imagine.
It's you and me, JK.
Jackson, brother, man, you're going to have to share some ghost stories and shows with us, man, if you got any, brother. But, yeah, so we've been checking them out on Max, and, like, I wonder if this is the situation with everybody else, because, like, ghost hunting shows, like, I know that they're so creepy or whatever, and, like, people are, you know, scared by them and all this, but, like, they're so soothing to me. Like, I love to, like, around, like, they give me
horror
almost,
films are soothing to you too. So
that's true, but they also have, like, especially around Halloween or hanging out with other people, I love to watch them.
Oh, they're so fun.
They're so fun to watch.
They're so
like,
fun.
Like, there's nothing like, because, like, when I would be at my mom's or something, we would turn on. She loved Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters and stuff, but specifically Ghost Adventures. I think the last thing I ever bought her, I think, was a Ghost Adventures shirt.
Oh my God, Brad. Hilarious.
But yeah,
but
like, we would turn those shows on, so, you know, sometimes, like, around Halloween, they'd just be on repeat, and I could fall asleep to them on the couch, or like I don't know, and like, staying in the hotel room when me and Anna were doing our own ghost hunting show, which a lot of you are subscribed to.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, when we stayed in the hotel rooms, like, after a long day of ghost hunting or night, we'd lay there and watch.
We would
ghost hunting shows, like
we would. That's how we discovered
My Possessed Pet.
My Possessed Pet. If you guys haven't
Eli
seen,
Roth.
If you guys haven't seen that one yet, we discovered My Possessed Pet while we were ghost hunting.
Yeah, Eli Roth. The director of Cabin Fever, The Green Inferno, you know, horror fans are very familiar with him. Hostel. He presented, or I guess produced.
He's the producer, yeah.
Of My Possessed Pet, and we watched that, and oh my God, it was hilarious.
And I feel like there's one, maybe two other paranormal shows
there's
he's
something
the producer
else,
of, but My Possessed Pet.
Yeah, like Haunted Objects and stuff, or something like that. And we are getting some ghost goodness here.
Awesome.
While we're going, like I said, we're going to
be sharing
ghost stories. These stories with everybody. Now, we have already shared ours.
We've had probably twice.
Yeah, probably twice. Like we shared our personal ones, and then we shared our ones combined.
Yeah, the ones we've had together. Yep.
So I guess now we will share your alls and discuss some of those. Let's see what old Jeremy. Well, let's see. We have Eugene Williman. Let's check out his. Let's check out here. One day I was just enjoying a nice cup of joe, as you do.
Yeah.
I love me some coffee. And I look out my window, and I swear to our Lord, I saw a person walking in my garden. The scary thing is, I live alone, and a person died in the house I recently bought around 4 years prior to me moving in. I must say, me and my cat were very scared.
I bet.
Oh my God.
I bet. No
doubt. I hate that.
If I saw somebody like walking around out in our front garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like, I hate that when you even think you saw it and you do that double take. No. But when you're like, holy shit, what was that?
Yeah. Ugh.
Like, that is, but you do that with Anna's garden, you're gonna have a fight on your hands.
We're gonna fight.
Yeah, there a couple years ago, something happened to one of her bushes, plants, flowers, whatever you call it.
It was a shrubbery. No,
a shrubbery. And this was one of those, that comes back every year. It was going to have its forever home in her garden.
Yeah.
And something happened to it. We still don't know.
We still have no idea.
Anna's ass was out there like a damn crime scene investigator.
Oh yeah.
Like, let's see if you can tell by the way the soil.
Okay. Yeah. It was a forsythia, and if anyone's familiar, they're pretty hardy. And one morning the whole plant was just gone. The whole plant. Not like broken limbs everywhere, not just the whole plant was gone. And it's not like it had been like dug up. There were no shovel marks, it had just been like there wasn't even like, if you've ever pulled the plant from the ground, it usually makes like a mound and you can see where different roots have come up. There was just a hole that went straight down into the ground, just one single smallish hole that went straight down into the ground, and the whole plant was gone. To this day, we have no idea what happened to it or where it went. Yeah. We have no idea.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Super bizarre.
Animals out there at the PK. Yeah.
You better watch
out. When it comes to her plants and all this, man, like in our house, she has snuck this into, like, when we got together, I had no living beings in my home. And somehow,
that's just sad.
Somehow she now even has, in addition to things scattered throughout the house, she has what she refers to as her jungle corner.
My jungle corner.
Yeah. So yeah. So that, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
She feels your pain, Eugene. Like, nobody walks around in the damn garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
That is not for traffic, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, dude, and Martin, we're going to star that comment, and we will get to that soon, brother, man. We are sharing everybody's paranormal stories tonight and our take on it. But we did have a question here from, I believe it was Eugene. Let me get to it. He said, did you have your own ghost hunting show? We did, and it was only last year that we were actively filming.
Yeah.
And we
the
finished.
Last episode aired in like January. So it was, real recent.
If anybody has,
streamed,
if anybody has the
posted.
link, if anybody has the link to that and they would be willing to share that with us in chat for Eugene, that would be awesome. But it is on YouTube. It was called Weird and Wonderful. And if you want to narrow that search down, you could put in Weird and Wonderful West Virginia.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, Anna will share it in the chat, and you can check it out, Eugene. We did 10 episodes, highly detailed, man. Like, we cover some stuff, bro.
We will say it leans much more heavily towards a travel show than it does a pure ghost hunting show. And that was our point. Like, you'll see.
Yes. No, Chad. No, definitely. It was definitely a legal plant, brother. It was a forsythia, right?
Yeah, it was a forsythia.
Nobody ate the son of a bitch.
Yeah. No num there.
Oh, man. Yes, DOD was, and her family were some of the executive producers for Weird and Wonderful, and they loved it. So we're proud of our creation there. Okay, let's see here. Eugene wants to know, would you be interested in documenting and investigating my house? Because I am very scared. Hell yeah, that would be cool to make a house call, though.
It would.
That would be really cool, man. Yeah, if we had the budget for that, dude, that would be sweet, man. Where are you from, Eugene? So yeah, we've been, we're going to get there is the link in the chat from Weird and Wonderful. If you folks would like to click on that and check it out, we would love you to hit that subscribe button on there and help us build that channel. There's going to be some new episodes. I'm sure.
You think so?
I think so.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I loved it. It was so fun.
It was fun. Yeah, so we have been watching, we're going to get to some more comments here in a minute, but we have been watching Ghost Adventures now, which is super fun. We've been watching a new show I turned on as a joke.
Yeah.
To torture her brother. And it's like My Amish Haunting or something. Or Amish Haunting.
Amish Hauntings.
Hilarious.
So good.
Hilarious, but if you like get into it, you
but
believe.
Also scary.
Yeah, if you actually like believe, but it's crazy because they'll be like, Ezekiel wore his hat backwards when he crossed over the threshold into the home, and that is a sign of devil worship.
Yeah, so
like the Amish are some serious mofos, bro. Like they ain't messing around.
Well, and that's like so that's the interesting thing. So the show's premise is that it's ghost stories of the Amish. But the Amish don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
So anything that presents itself in that way is automatically considered demonic forces.
Yeah.
So the stories all take an incredibly dark turn, where it's like we might just think, oh, someone died in that house and there's a bit of a haunting, and it's no, it's immediately devil worship was, you've opened the door to the devil and now someone's possessed and things escalate and they all escalate. They all get way worse.
Yeah. So it's crazy shit.
There's goat babies.
It's like, it's like this, Emmett was out plowing the fields, every day for 82 years and his back went out and he had to like miss church, and they're like, he shunned his ass from the community.
So because he sought a faith healer.
Yeah, they will do that shit. Like they will, like the Amish are gangsters. They will shun you from the entire community, like that movie, The Witch.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, get the hell out of here, bro. You ain't been you missed church one time in 82 years. Your ass is out, Jack. And then like Emmett's 82-year-old ass like falls over from a heart attack, and he got like a dishonorable burial.
Oh yeah, was buried as a witch.
Yeah, buried as a witch, and then it cursed that whole plot of land and
cursed his whole town. Like mysterious deaths happen on the day of his death every year.
Yeah.
In this community.
So it's like yeah.
So nothing stays a simple haunting. So enjoy.
Hell yeah, dude.
The show only got one season. There's only 6 episodes. So easy peasy, you blow right through them.
Check it out, Amish Haunting. And yes, thank you for sharing the link. Chad Edmonds also shared the link to Weird and Wonderful West Virginia. Like I said, please hit that subscribe and watch those episodes. They're good. And that's, I'm going to toot my own damn horn there. Toot, toot, baby.
Toot, toot.
We put in the work on that show.
Yeah, we did.
We're going to go ahead and get into some more comments here. People sharing their own paranormal stories. Like I said, leave comments, leave your stories. I do see them. I am bookmarking those, and we will get to them as the show proceeds.
Yeah. And then we will talk about what we said we're going to do, which is the shows and whether or not they're fake. But let's check out their...
Yeah, we're going to, after this, we'll talk about some ghost adventures and ghost hunters and how kind of my history with them there. But let's see here. So Eugene, we already covered Eugene. There you go, brother man, or that story at least. Jeremy Scott Clark says it was in a white dress, floated all the way to the field around 20 to 30 meters away. Now, this is a continuation of his story earlier, where he saw something emerge from the bushes.
Yeah.
He says it was in a white dress, floated all the way to the field around 20 to 30 meters away from the bush and started to fade out. I must say, I was very worried.
Yeah, I would be too.
I looked the next day on my CCTV, and there was nothing there. Dude.
That would kill me. That would
dude.
Especially if I saw something and he didn't, and so the next day I'm like, look, and it's not there. Then I'd start to feel like, am I crazy? Did I have some kind of weird dream? Was I walking in my sleep? Like, what happened?
Yeah, dude. And that reminds me, for those of you who are checking out Weird and Wonderful, check out the Glenn Ferris Inn episode.
Ooh.
I believe that was the 9th, but that tale involves CCTV footage.
It does. Yeah, we actually have
from the owner. So, and that is so creepy because he had the same thing happen to him, Jeremy. Like he was watching his cameras and saw shit going crazy on the cameras. And when he showed up, there was nothing there. He thought somebody broke into the hotel.
Yeah.
Into the hotel kitchen, because he said it looked like flashlight beams shooting all over the kitchen. And
rushed over there thinking somebody was breaking in, and there was nothing.
Nothing.
No, and like picked up all kinds of bizarre stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And here's a question that brought up for me, you know, talking about these comments. So I want to know, out of, you know, everybody watching tonight and stuff like that, like, you know, we see this a lot in horror movies too. It's like where something scary happens and one partner doesn't believe the other one.
I hate that.
Like, would you, I want to know, like, if somebody,
horrible trope.
If like I approached you and like crazy story.
Yeah.
Like if I approached you and I was like, babe, look, that fucking doll over there.
Yeah.
Its whole head just turned around and winked at me. Like, would you believe me?
Okay. This is the deal, and this is probably like, this makes more sense to me.
Uh-huh.
If it was you,
yeah,
we'd have to have a long conversation about whether or not you were being serious, because that's the type of thing that you would try to like mess with me about.
Yeah.
Even though you were, you know, so it wouldn't be about whether or not I believe you, it'd be whether or not I believe you're being honest, like, as opposed to like messing.
Yeah, like
with
if
me.
I'm just toying with you.
Yeah, if you're just playing with me. So that would be the first hurdle. And if you swore that you were being serious, I would absolutely believe you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, I do the same for you. Like,
yeah, I really
like, I'm not,
and I, you know, like, I get that a lot of times it's, you know, a device, a storytelling device or whatever, sometimes, but there's a lot of couples out there that are like that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's sad and weird. But no, I would totally believe you. You'd believe me, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and there's,
because I don't mess with you. You would just believe me right off the bat.
Yeah.
That, and I'd probably be like crying.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. There are a lot of couples out there, like their partner is an unreliable narrator too. Like I've seen that.
Yeah, there's that too. So
you know what I'm saying? Like
true, it goes both ways.
I have seen some people that are just untrustworthy and they totally mess with their partner, and it's like,
that's weird.
You know, I knew this one couple, and this girl was totally untrustworthy, and her partner had lost his dad, and she had him convinced that she could talk to him on like the Ouija board and stuff, and it was totally fake.
Oh, that's sad.
It was nuts. It was so fake.
That's horrible.
And she was one of those that, like, you know, when I played the Ouija board, we'd all put our fingers on it and it would remain like static. And if it moved, it moved. She was one of those that would move and stop it wherever she wanted. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You know, and she was, you know, I busted her on other shit too, but
that's too bad.
Yeah. So there are people like that out there though. So like, I want to know in the chat too, like if your partner or family member came to you and told you a crazy story, like that most people wouldn't believe, like it was a horror movie scenario, would you believe them?
Well, that's like family members. So okay. Yeah. So that's the interesting thing about my family. And I actually have family here in the chat that are telling their stories. And like our family has a lot of paranormal experiences, like historically. Like we have, you know, the witches in our family. Like we own that.
Yeah.
We are gypsies. Like we, you know, there's a lot of, and not just like seeing ghosts, but visitations. And there's a lot of like interesting ESP that goes on between our family members. Like you've seen it happen where like I'll get a phone call from every single one of my siblings on the same day.
At one, yeah, like
within like, you know, an hour or two.
Yeah.
When you're like, what is going on? I'm like, this just happens.
Yeah.
Like we're just weird like that. Like
yeah, but also Anna's not like weird in the sense that they walk around wearing crystals and like Miss Cleo, like you know, Chad brought that up. Like
I 100% walk around wearing crystals. I don't know.
But I'm not saying like you're not like one of those like bullshit. Like I've seen people who live the life and it's like totally fake bullshit.
No, we don't. Like it's not like our.
So like by you saying that, people could like take
I gotcha. It's not our personality. We don't like own it as a personality. It's just like we own it as far as like, oh, we know. We just know.
But you're in tune.
Our family just knows.
that you're in tune.
That we're in
But,
tune. That
yeah.
like, so it, you know, I've never once had heard any one of my family members tell another family member, oh, I saw this thing, or I heard this thing, or, you know, I went into the room last night and I felt grandpa there or whatever, and had anybody be like, liar. Never. Like, we all believe each other. We all, because I think we have all grown up just hearing that stuff, like,
yeah,
you know, so much that it's like, yeah, of course that's possible. Of course it's possible. Like,
and there you go, Chad. That is how we became our love of Harper's Ferry. Damn right, man. Harper's Ferry is kick-ass. That's one of the Weird and Wonderful episodes. Great location to check out. Super fun. The ghost tour was amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll go ahead and I have a ton of comments bookmarked here, people. Don't worry if I haven't got to yours yet.
This is going to be more fun than talking about any of the ghost hunting shows.
Nate said, my friend told me one time he heard someone screaming, yelling, help. He said, who's there? He said he looked out his window and there was nothing. And he said that at his neighbor's house, he saw red eyes.
Oh,
it's a good thing you're moving, Nate.
Yeah. Has that happened yet? Have you moved yet, Nate?
Like, Nate lives in Hellview. So we got to get Nate out of there, man. And talking, you know, for a brief, you know, second here about these, yeah, I would love to hear your stories too, JP. Brings up, I have some cool stories. What is up, J-Dubs? Welcome to the stream, Brother Jack Mang. What's going on, bro? It's cool, bro. It's cool. You know, these ghost hunting shows and stuff like this, I will say, I want to know what everyone's favorite was, because I was...
go ahead. No, don't worry about me.
Okay. I was... That's right click, baby. On a...
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, just ignore me.
Okay.
Because I'll figure it out while you talk to the people.
So I was a fan of Ghost Hunters. I always thought Ghost Hunters was a really... they had a good amount of integrity on that show, because Ghost Hunters wasn't afraid to go to a location and be like, look, this place isn't haunted. And they weren't afraid to debunk evidence on the regular. And sometimes they would catch like 10 things, debunk all of it. Like, that's kind of what their main focus was debunking things and being like, look, this place isn't actually haunted. And I really like that. You know, Ghost Adventures kind of like kicked that door down and was like the extreme Ghost Hunters show. You know what I'm saying? It was like the new metal.
Like the perfect description is the new metal.
Yeah.
Ghost
We're extreme. Like, they've never went to a location where they're like, guess what? It's not haunted ever. Like, every location is haunted as hell, man.
Yeah.
Like, but Ghost Hunters, I remember they even went to one location and they found out that the owners or whoever was running the place was faking the paranormal activity and tried to like plant, you know, paranormal happening, like stage paranormal happenings at this particular location. And they busted them and called them out on their bullshit. And I was like, man, that takes some balls, dude, you know?
Well, the Ghost Hunters, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like they got into the whole thing almost from the debunking angle, because, you know, like as plumbers, they were fixing a lot of what makes the weird, eerie noises in people's homes. And it was like, no, you didn't have a ghost. You had these, you know, this problem with your pipes, and we fixed it, and now you won't have that problem anymore. You won't hear those weird noises anymore. You won't, you know what I mean? So, right? Like, that's how they got into that.
Yeah, they're like roto-rooters, and they're like, look here, you know, we'll show you that this is, you know, this is what's happening. Like, you know, your roof is heating up and making popping noises, or, you know, from the heat, or, you know, you know, the sun came out and now your roof is warming up, the tin roof, and it's, you know, so yeah, I really liked Ghost Hunters. You know, Ghost Adventures is cool too, but from like an entertainment standpoint, like, it is super easy to watch. The editing, you know what you're going to get every time.
Yeah, but I mean, not you. I don't want to put this in anybody
Uh-huh.
else's. I laugh a lot when I watch Ghost
Absolutely.
Adventures.
Yeah,
even when they're not trying to be, even when it's not cut to
Yeah.
be funny, it's supposed to be serious and scary, and I end up
Mhm.
laughing because it's so over the top.
Yeah.
Well,
Ghost Hunters is more like, think of like a professional team
Yeah, no,
that's being sent in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. And Ghost Adventures is like some bros got together and was like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Check this shit out, man. I'm going to dress in a Civil War uniform. And
the costumes do crack me up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna call this ghost a dick face and see if he, All right, let's get to another comment here, man. I believe we have Jackson Ryder. He says, well, guys and gals, my big brother was staying around my grandmama's house for a couple months, but this one certain week, there were strange occurrences every night at around the same time. Let's see here. One of these nights, he said, it was like a scene for Grass Park. He wakes up at the dead of night to silence, and his glass of water just kept rippling like there was a drop of water. So he got up and searched the ceiling for a leak, but it was completely dry. And then other than the drips of water appearing out of thin air. And like his friend wouldn't shut up about just telling this story, or his brother wouldn't stop talking about this story forever.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
That is. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, that's special. That's unique. Like that. It seems like a very, very particular type of communication.
Yeah.
Did he ever like think about like who or what?
Yeah.
Might be using water and some, because sometimes that stuff is like tied. Sometimes you don't know when it's happening, like what it might mean or whatever, but like later you're like, oh,
yeah, you never know. It could have been somebody who thought they were taking care of them, like it may be a good thing, like they thought here's some water. Or it could have been,
even just using it as like a gentle light sound to kind of like get attention without being scary.
Or hell, who knows? Maybe they were aiming for their face and was hitting the water.
I meant to do some Chinese water torture. But
yeah, who knows? All right. I mean, that's the thing. Like, who knows? It's, and that's something I was going to ask you, like, how often do you think like they fake stuff on these paranormal? Like, I would say Ghost Hunters is totally legit. Like, everything, what you see is what you get with that show.
Yeah.
And I know with Weird and Wonderful,
or at least during the original run, because I've really not seen some of the like later stuff and some of the spin-offs, but with the original run, it felt pretty legit to me.
But when we did Weird and Wonderful, like we did a bunch of research, like we watched other YouTube things, and we watched, of course, some of our Ghost Hunter shows and stuff like that, like Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, Ghost Brothers, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And we committed, we are not willing to fake anything.
No.
Like, we committed to that, but man, so we watched.
So we ended up with a couple of boring episodes.
We did. But
just fair warning.
But we watched a lot of YouTube videos on, and this was to research the locations.
The locations, what we should be looking out for, what we could expect.
But we watched some YouTube videos, and people were finding stuff at these locations, and then we went to them and were able to debunk stuff that we had seen in these videos within 3 minutes, within 30 seconds. Like,
so you never know what you're getting, but I think a lot of people know. Well, I hope a lot of people know that, like, they're watching these shows for entertainment.
How often do you think they, a lot of the stuff is, would you say like Ghost Adventures is faking a lot?
Well, yeah. I mean, sadly, Ghost Adventures came along and kind of set a particular bar, right? Ghost Hunters kind of said, we can go to a location and maybe nothing will happen. And, I think they had kind of set the bar. They were really kind of, the OG show, but Ghost Adventures came in and kind of kicked that door down and said, like, no, everywhere you go is haunted.
Yeah.
And worse, maybe someone will get possessed along the way. You know what I mean? Like, And I think so. I think a lot of people trying very hard to produce their own show, to get noticed, to get, kind of feel like they have to live up to that expectation that everywhere they go, something has to happen.
Yeah.
Something's got to touch them or scare them or something that, So I think I think there's probably a good bit of faking going on just because, but I think it's a lot of people just trying to make their show survive or their, you know what I mean?
Well, Chad, I'll get to that in a minute here, Trav. Chad actually sums it. He says the weird and wonderful ones are edutainment. That's a good
thanks.
That's a good thing, because it is entertaining to a degree. It's not going to have like jump scares and I don't get fucking possessed and
neither do I.
Or pretend to get pissed off. But yeah, they're educational, but with also some ghost hunting mixed in there. So it is really cool.
Yeah.
But I want to know too in the chat, do you prefer more entertaining / fakery stuff, or do you prefer more legitimate? This shit might be boring stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
because we have to. I mean, we literally just admitted to spending the last few days watching Ghost Adventures.
Yeah,
so we're not judging,
and we know what it is. We know exactly what Ghost Adventures is. You know what I'm saying? And we know we're getting our legs pulled.
And the Amish
show, which is holy shit, it's far-reaching. So let's see here, though. Trav Zimmerman brings this up. He says there is a newer show that isn't too bad called Destination Fear, although the cast is a bit annoying. We've watched some of that.
Yeah.
It has like Dakota. You can tell it's a totally new age cast, too, because their names are like Dakota, Tanner, Chelsea, shit like that. Braden.
They're just young, that's all.
It was a fun show. It was. I do know they got.
What you mean.
I do know they got canceled.
Aww.
However, they went on the internet and they have crowdfunded a new show called like Project Fear. So I don't know if they're going to be like a YouTube kind of deal, or what. But yeah, they're off TV now. But all right, let's see here. So Jackson answered. He said, I prefer whatever is real and legit. And he loves this stuff. He says, even if it will bore him to death, he loves it. Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, well, hopefully, if you like history and stuff, our show won't bore you to death, even for the boring episodes. Because we do a good bit of, like, the history behind a lot of these locations. So
yeah, because there's some where like we didn't find anything, and like like Martinsburg, there was nothing going on.
And like I said, it leans heavily on travel shows, so it also not only is the history, but like great places to eat while you're in town and where you should stay while you're in town, which is weird, but whatever. It was our thing. Yeah,
Chad says he prefers documentarial videos about ghost towns. Okay, cool. So he likes the
So what you're saying is you loved our show.
You loved our show. Martin Alexander says, I personally prefer the authentic shows and documentaries. If it doesn't come off as real and legitimate, I cannot watch it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I like that. And DOD is like, I'm ready to go to Centralia. I'm ready for you to take me with you, DOD.
We'll go.
We will absolutely go. I want to. So bad. All right, let's get back to some more stories here. We'll go with Martin Alexander. I like that profile picture, man. Very snazzy. Very stylistic. Says, I've had more interactions with demonic forces, even actually seeing them than people spirits.
Wow.
My grandpa has visited me and other family members a number of times.
I hope all those visits with grandpa were good.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's rad. Well, I'm sorry that you've seen demonic forces like that. It's terrifying.
When negative energy / entities are around or near you, they affect plants and pets first because of their sensitivity. Hidden small open containers of Himalayan sea salt or regular sea salt works great.
He knows I'm a big fan of salting.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Anna's a big salt person. Like, she is not afraid to walk out and circle the house with some damn sage and salt. And just take it to the nines.
Yeah. I burn juniper, not sage, but yeah.
Oh, juniper. Okay.
Yeah.
He also says, I used to love Fear. And if I remember correctly, you're talking about MTV's Fear, where they would attach like the snorri cam onto people, sometimes even celebrities, and send them into haunted locations.
Places.
And like their reactions were hilarious. You know, it was like some Blair Witch Project stuff, man.
Cool.
Hell
I've never
yeah.
seen it.
Oh, it was awesome. JK says, I guess my only paranormal story is one I think I've shared before. My brother ended his life, and my older sister and her family live in a French-speaking area in the country.
I hope we got the rest of his.
I hope so, JK. I don't know if I was able to find the rest of yours, man. I thought, damn it. JK, if you could repaste the second half of that, man, I will toss it up on here, dude. And then I will read them
All together.
Let's see here what else we have in the meantime. Eugene says he lives in North Texas, but I would say since my encumberment with my ghost, I would not recommend going into the basement.
Nobody likes basements.
They're not in Texas, man. That's where Leatherface lives.
Oh, that's right.
We got to watch out for stuff like that, dude.
Well, we live in West Virginia, and I hate my basement, too.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I hate my basement.
That's true. DOD is saying grave encounters for anyone who wants a good paranormal horror movie to watch. That is one of the best. I absolutely love that show.
If you like ghost hunting shows and you haven't seen that movie yet, you need to.
Yes.
And then I would also recommend, if we're doing movie recommendations for people who like ghost hunting, what's the one James had us watch?
Deadstream. Deadstream is awesome.
It's so fun.
It's on Shudder.
Yeah.
Check it out if you have Shudder. It is an awesome ass movie. I would get a free trial just to watch that movie.
Wow. Nice.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, I would suggest
highly recommend. Really fun.
But then again, I can't suggest them too much because they've never sponsored me, and I've reached out a few times. Shudder. I'm looking at you, pal. Yeah, I've tried, damn it. I want to be in partnership with Shudder. There you go. J-Dub says, I just watched Deadstream, man. What did you think of that, brother? And let's see here. Patty Heckman says, my father and I saw the same woman dressed in 1900s attire.
It's a good story. I've heard that story.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I want to know the whole story.
Yeah. But see, this is what, okay, so for those of you who don't know, Patty is my mama.
Yeah.
She's talking about my grandpa. And so they saw the same ghost.
At the same time?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. And it was a total, like, did you see that kind of moment? And
oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. In the house they lived in, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me on that if you need to, Patty, but yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Same ghost to Rooney.
Yeah.
That's wild. Trav Zimmerman here says, in the 80s, spending the night at Grandma and Grandpa. I'm noticing a common theme here.
The grandparent connection.
Yeah, lying in bed to go to sleep. Closet door opens. Oh my God, Trav, you're going to kill Anna.
No.
Black silhouette of a man walks out, stops, gently shakes my big toe with his thumb/index finger.
It touched you?
And leaves the room.
Oh my God.
Me, Grandma, and Grandpa were the only ones in house, and I was a kid sleeping between them at the time.
Oh my
God. Damn, son.
You know, the interesting thing about it is, though, it sounds like something a parent or grandparent would do to a child. You know, either checking on them in the night or saying goodbye to them in the morning before they go to work. You know what I mean? So it's like, it definitely doesn't sound malevolent, right? Like,
but it would scare the shit out of you.
It would scare. I obsessively close closets before I go.
She does. Like, she will get on to me if I leave
I'm like a child.
the slightest
I
crack.
need the closets closed.
Yeah, like you will get actively upset.
I
like,
would die if I saw something come out of the closet at night. Like, literally just have a heart attack and die. It'd be over.
Anna would perish. It would look
I
like
would
somebody hit the
perish.
power button on like a game system. Like that's just it.
Gone. Done. Ugh.
Yep. Somebody pulled out the cord.
But right, like, doesn't it sound like,
Yeah, it
except
does-
for the
it does
scariness of
sound-
something coming out of a closet. Except
Yeah,
for
it
that.
does sound like not malevolent, but
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Grassman, welcome to the stream, brother Jack. Dude, Grassman's a regular. We love him. He's
What's up,
spooky,
Grassman?
crazy, and everything lovely. We're talking about the ghosties and ghost shows tonight, man. Chad wants to know if we're seeing Boogeyman tomorrow. No plans on it for tomorrow. We've been so busy with other things.
Well, no, and we're having something done for on the car tomorrow, so we'll be carless.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not going anywhere tomorrow.
Yeah. And then we have to celebrate for a couple peeps in the house tomorrow.
Oh, we have a
little
5th grade graduation and an 8th grade graduation.
Yep, and a job promotion.
And a job promotion. Yeah.
So we are celebrating tomorrow once everyone gets home from
Right. So
all their daily duties.
yeah.
So
we're just
we're
kid
busy
partying
bees,
tomorrow.
brother.
I mean, like a kid party.
So Patty. Well, let me see here. Let me star this comment from Martin. And Patty, to talk more on her story, says, yes, we were living in the house. That's the same house my grandfather came to after he died and kissed my cheek.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
He died in New Mexico and we were living in California.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So, do you have anything else up above, JK? Did we miss anything else?
Let's see. I'm checking to make sure JK.
There it is.
Okay, here we go. Thank you, JK. Sorry about that, brother man. Yes, Diane, you and Briggs do need to watch Deadstream, who let's see, didn't I want to call Briggs out again tonight?
I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. So Briggs, you get a free pass
No,
tonight.
I mean you can. I just that's like the feeling I need to express to everyone is I'm so mad I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, so okay, so I will I'll get to these comments here in just a second. But Briggs, we have a bone to pick with you, dick. So Briggs is notoriously a horrible movie advisor. Like he always recommends movies and he will pump them up and you will watch them because he makes them sound so amazing.
Well, and because we love him.
And because we love him to death.
God only knows why.
And we watch his recommendations and he's done it a million times and they're always horrible.
Horrible.
So recently, Briggs, because we love
Burying the X,
which is a great, hilarious, fun horror comedy.
Emphasis on comedy.
Briggs every time I talk about this movie, Briggs suggested Life After Beth.
Not only suggests, but says it's better.
Says it's better. Let me tell you something.
Life After Beth is better. Life After
I
Beth is
watched that piece of shit. It is barely a movie.
After, by the way, we're like watching movies
Mm-hmm.
with my brother and sister-in-law. We're watching comedies. We're just
horror comedies. I watched Otis.
Well, but before Otis, remember we had done like 2.
Yeah.
It was storming, so we were trapped in the house and we're just moving.
Yeah.
And it's like comedy. They had picked comedies, and I thought, well, we'll just stay in the comedies.
Yeah.
And there it was, and I was like, oh, Briggs says it's even better than Burying the X. It's gonna be hilarious.
No, it is barely a fucking movie. It was horrible. It was actively horrible.
It wasn't funny.
And it wasn't, I don't even think it was supposed to be, so I don't even know why.
My sister-in-law just sat there the whole, like literally.
Yeah.
Like, what are we watching?
Yeah, I don't know. Why in the hell?
I felt so bad.
Because it was not.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's not even relevant.
No.
It is in no way relevant just because like it has a zombie girlfriend
It
in
has
it.
an ex-girlfriend who comes back from the dead. That's literally the only thing they have in common.
Yeah.
That's the only which I mean I know sounds like a lot. Like that's a major plot point to have in common. But they're like completely different film genres.
But that's like saying like, oh, you liked Dawn of the Dead, the remake, you know, which is or 28 Days Later. You should watch Pet Sematary. Like that's a total. You liked Return of the Living Dead? You liked Return of the Living Dead? You should watch The Exorcist. It's like, wait, what?
It's not the same.
Oh my god. Yeah, Briggs is insane. I see that.
Briggs, it was neither romantic nor funny.
Yeah, Briggs. No one laughed but you, bro.
I like romantic comedies. This wasn't one. You liar.
You liar.
That's a romantic comedy for people who don't actually believe in love.
Yeah. Yeah. And Edmund says, I have to go. Remember Live Horror Talk where I'm out like a bad ghost. Hey, Chad, take care of yourself, brother, man. All right, let's check some of these other comments we had here start. Oh, my goodness. So here is JK's, and let me get down to his other ones, and we will read these in succession. So he said, I guess my only paranormal story is one I think I've shared before. Brother and my older sister family live in a French-speaking area in the country.
They're in Canada.
They are.
If that helps. Anyway.
A few years later, my older sister and her family bought their house, still in a French-speaking area, and on the back of the door in their guest room, there was a message written in English, which sounded like it was a message written by my brother explaining why he did what he did. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's rough, man.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah. God, I'm so sorry, JK. Yeah, that's horrible, man. I mean, yeah, that's deep. Like, yeah, JK, man, I'll holler at you later, brother. That's some heavy stuff, man, and that is wow.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Yeah, man. And you know, here's another question.
I mean, I knew about your brother. I didn't know that story. I don't know if I remember that story. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that story before.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow. That's crazy. Now Jackson asked this. He says, what about a spirit box? So I'm not sure if those things are at all legit. Yeah, that's another thing with the Ghost Adventures cruise. Like they bring in
so many gadgets.
And it's like, how easily manipulatable are those gadgets? Do they work? You know what I'm saying? It's like, where is that spirit box? You know, like a fucking bug zapper for ghosts. It's like, lures them in,
picking stuff up. You know, I don't know what I thought about them either until we had Patty, who's here in the chat with us, come on a couple of our explorations with us, and she used one, and maybe she's like a tuning fork because she's super. If you guys can't tell by, she keeps coming in with stories. Is super sensitive, and she would get stuff. Words spoken or whatever that were so relevant to where we were that it was nuts. It was like that, there's no way that's a coincidence. Like there's no, that's because if you're like us, you play with that stuff wherever you are. My older brother and I sat on the couch like 3 days ago, like and you get gibberish. Like it's like it doesn't, you know, but you put that thing in the hands of Patty, and for some reason, she's getting stuff that is like...
Yeah, like we went to Civil War battlefields and stuff like this, and we're investigating. We would get words like gunshot,
fire, death,
you know, march, like just crazy stuff that was like, you know, relevant to where we were.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, it's not like we went there and we got shit like, you know, we're at a Civil War burial ground. We got stuff like ballerina.
Right.
It's not like that.
Yeah. Or
So
be
it is-
like wandering a Civil War battle, because we went a couple of different places and it was like, we're at a battlefield and she's getting like men's names only.
Yeah.
And then like somewhere else we are and she's like, it's a girl's name. And it's like, well, we didn't get any girl names last night at the battlefield.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So
but yeah, I definitely prefer, I think there is some legitimacy to like the spirit box, but I definitely prefer, of course, catching something on video, like
catching something on video or even auto recording.
Yeah, or
audio.
or hearing stuff audibly in the moment, because that happened at some of our it wasn't shit that now granted we picked it up on our recorders, but on a lot of the ghost hunting shows, like they have to listen to the audio afterward.
Yeah,
we heard stuff in the moment.
Yeah,
now that stuff's really cool and sometimes really damn spooky.
Really spooky.
Yeah, check out some of our episodes if you want to get into that, because there was some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
So Martin Alexander says, I was once in the living room with an ex-partner, and we were both very spiritual people. We both were just watching TV with the volume low and relaxing. Out of nowhere, the garbage bin in the kitchen slid like 2 feet, and the door inside of it started swinging back and forth intensely.
If you guys don't have a cat, there's no explanation for that.
Yeah. We knew what to do, but it freaked us out nonetheless.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of these stories remind me of some of my own, but it's like, that's wow. Yeah, man. That stuff like that sucks. Like when you're doing something else and then some crazy shit happens off, because we've had that. Now, it wasn't paranormal.
No, but we've had stuff all over in the house, and so like
some severe stuff. Like, let me tell you something, people: do not trust command strips.
No, command strip sucks.
They are a great, fantastic, wonderful, beautiful idea, but they are not reliable.
They're not
at all.
They're terrible. Don't do that.
Here we go. Jeremy Scott Clark says, there actually was a thing that happened to me when I was a lot younger. I've never actually told anyone because I have no clue what actually happened. I think I was 13 or 14 and woke up in a sweat after a bad dream. The hallway light was on and something was standing there. Something, not someone. It had a human figure but faded and looked to have no face. It was in a black suit and had a walking cane with him. I screamed and my parents ran in. We checked the room camera the next morning.
We're going to come back to that in a second, by the way.
The camera cut a couple of seconds before the incident.
Okay. So, first, terrifying. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Second, room camera. Okay, we can move on. I just had to,
Oh, what? What about the room camera?
A room camera? A camera filming your room?
What?
You think that's most people have cameras filming the room?
Not most, but I 13 or 14. Oh yeah, that would be hard. I could see like
this is not a baby cam. This is a 13 or 14-year-old boy with a camera in his room.
Dude, yeah, that sucks.
I'm sorry, bro.
Why the hell would they do that to you, man? That's prime age too, dude. Like,
but I was just gonna leave it as interesting because, like, no judgment. Just
yeah, man, that sucks. I was like, wait a minute.
You're like, why is this weird to have a camera in a child's room?
Well, it started coming to. I was like, wait, he did say 13. Oh shit.
This isn't like I was like 3. No.
Yeah.
No.
Like, damn. Yeah, that would blow, man. Oh,
sorry. No judgment. Sorry.
Jay does. My dad told me that he got woken up one night by a bright light in his room. He said when he opened his eyes, all he could see was an angel sitting at the end of his bed.
Love it.
Jay does. I would love to hear more on that story, man. Like what? Or get your dad in here, dude.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, just like what did it like foretell anything? Like did he take it any, like, how did he interpret that?
Did some healing happen? Something beautiful and yummy? Like, I love, something beautiful happened, I'm sure.
Damn. Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Martin has a suggestion for us. He says, guys, if you haven't seen The Pope's Exorcist and you're a fellow horror fan of everything horror, watch it. Only movie since The Exorcist that left me like, oh, yeah.
All right.
Dude, yeah.
We
totally.
have not seen it yet.
We haven't.
Not.
We did see Evil Dead Rise, though, and we are huge
big
fans of that.
Yeah, it was really fun. Okay, Pope's Exorcist.
Pope's Exorcist.
It is on the list.
It totally is.
It is on the list.
Martin also says, my older brother and little sister saw the same ghost in our family home years ago, only my sister saw the little boy as grayscale, dressed in early 90s attire, and my brother saw it completely darkened with bright red eyes, sitting atop a speaker of our entertainment center in our living room.
Yikes.
Damn.
Yeah.
God, that's, a story I don't know if I ever shared, but I told you about staying at my cousin's house and like it was haunted. It's where the Big Bird story's from.
Yes.
Like, and the loud bang on the door and stuff like that. Like that house was definitely haunted.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever shared one story. So the cool thing about staying at my cousin's house was his dad was one of those who spared no expense on the damn entertainment system. So they had a big screen before big screens were square.
Yeah.
Or rectangular.
Yeah.
And I know you'll remember what those looked like when the damn screen was off. They were like a perfect reflection of they reflected more than TVs now for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I don't think like if you touch a TV screen now, it's not glass. It's
like plastic.
It's something,
filling. Like,
it's
like
almost
a
like
panel.
Well, it's kind of like a computer screen. You touch it, your finger kind of whatever. I don't know what that is, which doesn't say much for me. But they were glass, and so it's like you almost have like a perfect like mirror.
Yeah, so they had their stepsisters over, I believe it was, and they were sleeping in the basement, and she woke up. Because the basement was where all the cool shit was. Pool table, entertainment, arcade machines. Everybody's asleep, and she like wakes up, and there is a man sitting on the back of the couch. She saw it in the reflection of the big screen. That's why
Oh my god!
Well, I think she may have been sleeping on the couch too, but then like he was sitting on the back. I'll have to ask him and confirm that. But
yikes!
Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. Like, just super super weird. And let's see here. Yeah, JK, man, that's a wild story, dude. I see Martin's comment here. He's like, goosebumps, man. Oh my God. Briggs will not let it go. He says, you can't tell my ass Kyle wasn't funny. Kyle was barely he was barely an actor for that.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen him in other stuff. He has range, and in this movie, he whispered all of his lines and was very morose.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What is up, everything horror collector, brother? Coming in at the end of the stream. What are you doing, man? What's going on, brother Jack? We love you, bro. JP says Kindred Spirits has 2 people with 0 sensitivity to spirits, so they use ghost hunting tools to make up for it. It's worth a watch, especially the ones with Chip Coffey. Chip Coffey is a legendary psychic medium.
Yep.
Is Kindred Spirits, JP, is that the one with the like the New York cop and the sensitive gal? Because I've watched it, and I think that's the one. I think, there's so many now. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's the one. Patty Heckman says, our house has a resident. It's a young child, and he's been here 43 years. He likes to do practical jokes, noises, locks doors, turns off lights, and leaves toys on the staircase.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Little boy.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that they've gotten like locked out of their house with, like nobody in there to lock the damn door. Like,
yeah.
That's nuts. But I mean, hey,
We
at
grew
least
up
it's
with a
not
ghost in the house.
malevolent.
No.
JP wants to know, how much rent are you paying Necro? Necro has to pay me, bro. Necro pays. They love us. I think they've essentially like adopted us at this point.
We try to do chores while they're not home because if they are, they won't let us do anything. But yeah, so we've made dinner a couple of times, and
yeah,
sneakily do the dishes while they're not.
Yeah,
things like this.
Let's see here. J Dubs comments on his story from earlier. He said, my dad said that when you're in an angel's presence, it's completely quiet and you just feel totally at peace. I didn't ask him anything else about it because I was scared and didn't want it to happen to me. Oh, dang, man. I want some of that peace.
I was going to say quiet.
Yeah, I'm ready for that, bro.
So, yeah, I'm in.
Grassman says, oh my God, and I see what he's talking about. Is it just me or is Steven's shirt flipping us the bird?
Oh my. Oh, yep. I see that.
I did this myself, bro.
He made this.
Yeah, I think I did that intentionally. Like I called that forward. Yeah, man. I tried to dye this a certain way. Like it got a little bit muddy in here, but you got some orange there.
Yeah.
Got some orange there.
There was something I was worried we missed before. Oh, I think it was just that.
Oh, JP. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, folks, we're going to start wrapping it up. So any last minute questions or comments, please send them over and we'll holler at y'all. But we're going to...
JP says the one with the cop is paranormal investigation.
Oh,
we're going to have to look for kindred. Kindred spirits.
But I'm pretty sure I've seen kindred spirits. I know I have. With a good old Chip Coffee. He's been on a few too. But let's see here. Oh my God, Nate. So is this like, he said, I've had a dream about a demon girl. She actually slaughtered like 3 people with an axe. Is that like a recurring dream you have? Like, and you've gathered this information, or was like all that revealed in one dream?
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. Yes, we have heard of night terrors. I never knew that was a thing until you told me about them. I've always just thought, like, well, it's bad dreams. Like,
yeah.
But apparently some people
they're different.
Are like afflicted by like consistent.
No, and the interesting thing is some people who have night terrors, when generally speaking, when you wake up from a nightmare, typically you wake up scared and you know exactly what scared you. You know what happened in your nightmare, just like Nate just explained about. And a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people who have night terrors, they have no idea what they were dreaming about or what happened. But and you can't even necessarily say that they wake up screaming. What they are is screaming in their sleep. And or reacting in some other way. But they're not fully, there's no full consciousness there. So, especially when it happens in children, like they're not awake. They are just absolutely terrified, screaming, thrashing, crying. And, it's hard to soothe them. Yeah. Night terrors are.
Yeah. Nuts.
Scary.
Not my cup of tea. Never had it. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, J-Dub says, hey, I don't care what it is. I don't want to see any ghosts anyway, shape or form. Get them out of here.
Yeah.
Dory Tiger, what's up, man? Coming in late, brother Jack.
And he gets so mad when he comes in and then we leave. He's like, what? I just got here.
What is this? Come on, yeah. Hey, we love you too, Patty. Right. Thank you for being in here. JK, brother, man, much love, my friend. Much love. Yeah. Always, dude. And congrats on the big 90 million months as a channel member, dude. You're going to set the record. Nate says he's only had that dream one time of the demon girl with the axe.
Just a nightmare.
Now, JP says, have a few friends who woke unable to move. I am one of those.
That has totally happened to me before. Yeah.
Definitely.
So scary.
I was actually going to share because I remember us talking about that on here. And Nate asked me about sleep paralysis and like when the last, I think it was Nate, and he's like, when's the last time it happened to you? I was like, it hadn't happened in a while. But I told him like I know how to get out or like how to wake up from dreams. And I remember it happened like right after we had that damn podcast. Like I had an experience.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
I did, I think, but it was like right after it. So we were asleep and I just, or something, but it was a mind fuck of a experience though too. It was like, I woke up. It was like, no, I was having like sleep paralysis in a dream and then woke myself up only to like,
be in paralysis,
be in a dream or something. Like it was crazy. It was like some Inception shit.
Weird. Now I do the dream I just did within the last couple of weeks a dream inside a dream thing, and that is always freaky.
Yeah, because it's so weird
when you wake up and you have a dream and wake up and it's real. That wake up is just a dream. Yeah, because I remember, and I did successfully wake myself up out of this dream and reach consciousness. But I can still the only thing I can really remember is the fight to get up. Like, because I remember in the dream, I was aware of what was happening. That's kind of how I can wake myself up. And I remember in the dream thinking to myself, either you can lay here and just let it and just go to sleep totally and let it, or I can force myself to wake. I chose to wake up. But I do remember making that choice while I was asleep. Yeah.
Weird, man. Weird how
Scary.
That stuff happens. So, yeah, man. Hey, Martin, he says, I enjoyed this stream. Thank you for the mutual interactions, folks. Have a great night. Hey, thank you, Martin.
Thanks
Come back next week, brother. We will be here and hell, probably still at this house. I don't know. Well, you're going to have to check us out, man, when I'm in the talk horror lair, the lair of horror.
When we're home.
When we're home, man.
Check out Stephen Shippey documentaries. Okay.
We'll do, JP.
Kindred Spirits, Stephen
Shippey, Stephen T. Berry. Good night, John Ackman, Patty. Good night, Martin. Yes.
J-Dub is saying good night.
J-Dub's take care, brother, man. He says he can finally make it after 3 weeks. Hells yeah. Hell yeah, man. Oh my God. Grassman say he's sucking down scorpion bowls and Chinese food with my girl right now. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to throw it out there. I had my first Chipotle.
His first ever Chipotle today.
Thanks to my gal. She's like, I'm going to celebrate with you.
You'd never had it before. You got to try it.
No, oh my God.
You needed a burrito day. Some days you just need a burrito.
I did. It was so amazing.
Burrito day.
Yes, I'm like hungry again right now. It's super weird. But all right, my friends, thank y'all so much for coming in. We love every one of you. This was a fun one. It's been fun watching all these shows, so we're probably going to get back to it right now.
Yeah.
And get me a snack or something, man. I'm sick of my tum-tum. JP says, Cartman warned us about Chipotle. Damn right he did. Chipotle way. Takes the blood stains out of your undies. I hope I don't have any problems like that. I haven't had any problems. I thought it was delicious.
Yeah. I've always thought that was so funny.
The only problem I had is that I ran out of food.
No more Chipotle.
Yeah. So, all right, man. So, next week we will be back. I don't know what topic yet, and I don't know if we'll be here or there, but
hopefully we'll be home.
We will. Hopefully we'll be home, and either way, we will be here on this stream. Either way, y'all see it, man. Y'all see it every Thursday, baby. So thank y'all so much.
We love you too, DOD.
Heck yeah. Yeah, there you go, Nate. If I see a ghost, I'm telling Necro to deal with it. Yeah. I told him after watching all these ghost shows, don't be surprised if me and Anna just come knocking on his bedroom door at like midnight. James,
there's a goat baby in the house.
There's a goat baby.
James. Help us, James.
Please don't shun us. Hey, Grassman, man. We'll see you soon, brother. Take care. Bye, John Heckman. Love y'all, man. Love you, DOD. Mucho kisses. Beat Briggs to death for me. He must die. Love you too, Briggs. Hey, man. Until next time, my friends. Look horror.
Listen horror.
Talk horror.
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Wee. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.